Guys, my name is John Penquet. My company is Ultimate Landlord, and welcome to our latest video. In this video I am going to talk about local markets. Well, what does a local market mean? What does it matter? Well, it matters an awful lot, particularly in the current climate, but it's always mattered really. It's the reason why some areas work for property investment reasons, some don't. It's the reason why some of us make great inroads into the property market very quickly and some of us take a long time. It's all very much down to our understanding of local market. Now, I've been on a few training courses in my time, and one of the things I notice and I observe is that people say, "Oh, well, you should invest within X distance from your house, or you should only invest in areas where there's a great school rating, or near a train station." And I go away, and I'm afraid my sort of statistical mind kicks in. And I think, well, why? What's the reason for that? And to be honest with you, I've not really found any logical reason. They're words that sound good. And I suppose in the absence of information, the absence of data, we like to fill in that gap with ideas and theory and things that seem plausible, seem sensible, seem like a reasonable explanation for something, but actually aren't. I observed that a lot when I started off property investing, and it really annoyed me. And actually, might as well plug it because it's here. It's the reason why I wrote my book, Property Truth or Dare. Now, if you want a free copy of Property Truth or Dare and just pay for the postage, then you're very welcome to one. I'd encourage you to read it because it'll kind of give you more of an insight into why I started out in property, what I do and what I've observed. I'm only going to pick on a small part of it in this video, but if you want to know more, there'll be a link in the comments section that'll enable you to get a copy of this book. Anyway, local property and local information about property. So you've got to get away from all of the anecdote and all of the opinion, and you've got to get straight down to data. The reality is, and I wrote about it in the book, is that local demand and local supply play a huge role in whether or not an area is worth investing in or not investing in. And if you can understand that through some pretty basic data analysis, you will have a far better probability of seeing success in the short, medium and longer terms. What do I mean by that? Well, it's no secret that one of the things that I observed early on in my journey is that when you see a spike in rental demand, you will tend to see a spike in property prices a little bit later on. The reason for that is if people can move into a rented property very quickly, and people who want to buy and move into a home that they've purchased, it takes a little bit longer. And the gap's normally between 3 and 6 months. So if you can see a spike in demand early on in the rental market on a particular property type in a particular location, and you haven't observed huge or similar property value increases in that area, there's a good probability that the property market in terms of prices is going to catch up with that demand in the rental market. It's just going to take a little bit of time, 3 to 6 months, maybe a little longer, but generally that's the route. So if we can see that rent demand earlier on, we can act on it, we can invest, we can repurpose, we can do all the cool stuff that we learn when we go property trading. We can do all that, but we can do it and we actually get a result that's magnified or amplified by the fact that the market is growing anyway. So I see a lot of people, they follow the flock, they follow the crowd, they invest in the city. Oh, I invested in this city, I've done really well, come and watch me speak at a networking event, look at how well I did. All you've got to do is exactly what I did. But they did that 2 years ago or a year ago or 6 months ago. Well, guess what? Fact check here, you're probably a bit too late. Yeah, you see a lot of people piling into markets when there isn't the demand, but because other people have had success in that market and they go and they pay lots of money to go listen to these people speak, they end up getting sucked into the vortex of follow me, didn't I do well, you should all sort of follow in my footsteps. And that's not how it should work. If you're spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on property or even millions of pounds on property, and you are, then you really need to be sure that market is still in that growth cycle. It's still working. It's still likely to perform well for you. If it's not, go somewhere else. We talked about the importance of local markets. Understand different local markets. You may only need to go 3 miles down the road. Go 3 miles down the road. You may just need to change the type of property that you're buying in that location. You might have been buying houses, multiple occupation. You might need to move into apartments. You may need to move into houses. These are the questions that you need to challenge yourself with day in, day out. Every single week, every single month, you should have an understanding of where the market is, where you are looking to invest. And if the market isn't going to work for you, you need to change. You need to simply just move or tweak or slightly alter the course of direction so that you're actually investing in the right properties in the right areas. So local markets are super duper important for us. Reading them, it isn't the easiest thing in the world if you don't know how to do it. If you would like to learn how to do it, you're very welcome to come along to one of our workshops, or you're very welcome to download one of our reports. Again, just go to our Facebook group. It's Ultimate Landlord if you search for it, or if you go to our website, ultimate-landlord.com. There's a plethora of information there for you to access. But probably the easiest way to digest some of the stuff that we talk about is to read the book and to follow our videos. So again, if you don't mind, if you could just click on the subscribe button, and also if you could click on the bell and just make sure you enable notifications, so whenever I come and talk and I give you an update, you get it straight to your phone. You don't need to take any action other than just watch and listen. I hope that was helpful for you. If you've got any questions at all, please do get in touch and let us know, and we'll do our best to answer them. And I look forward to seeing you in a future video.